What do we look for in a satisfying VR experience? That we hit all the boxes? That zombie limbs and heads sever and detach without any wide catch? Or do we need hard facts in graphs, find safety in numbers that we make the right choice? You could eyeball yourself blind at graphs and numbers, digging deep to find anything smelly that soils the experience. Or you could trust your gut, your feeling, play the game and say, hey, this dude has some sweet moves. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but if X marks the spot, this seems like a pretty good place to start. This is Beat Saber on Airlink. It feels great. I am using a graph, but you can't see it because it only shows up in the headset, and I can't record on the Quest 2 using Airlink. This is Beat Saber on virtual desktop. Here I am able to record the graph inside the headset. The number you see should stay below the middle line for a good experience, which is at 11.1 ms. It represents frame time and seems to stay between 2.9 and 3.3 when playing Beat Saber on SteamVR using virtual desktop. With Airlink, it was slightly lower, which is better, between 2.5 and 2.9, so Airlink wins this round. But you could also say that both won, because the experience was awesome on both. Even Expert Plus was a breeze. No, of course it wasn't. Who the hell plays on this difficulty? Insane people, that's who. Speaking of insane people, why do all of us happily put our hands in the gravity gloves when there's a dismembered mannequin right there? And it seems to be nailed to the wall too. Why? Anyway, with the gloves, we can now pull things towards us and throw them at Russell. And throwing happens to be a great way of testing out tracking. That hit? That hit?
I think it's on the hood of that car there.
That was way off. And that's, well, closer I guess. Alright, in numbers, Half-Life Alyx stayed between 5 and 10.2 on Airlink, and between 4.8 and 9.5 on virtual desktop. This was after playing for 15 minutes each in an area I don't want to spoil for anyone, but there were zombies and headcrabs and shooting. Okay, so far it's pretty much even Steven. A few MS difference here and there, nothing really noticeable. But here comes the big decider in the shape of Skyrim VR, with a fair few mods I might add. This is on virtual desktop, hence the graph, and here I walk the exact-ish same path with both methods. As you can see, Skyrim can be pretty taxing when you mod it, and as we ascend the stairs, turn right and gaze upon the slightly glitchy mountain view, virtual desktop can't handle the frames and actually peak above 12, which tells me I need to sort my mods out. Or do I? Let's fire up Airlink. No graph in view, unfortunately, but perhaps even the naked eye can divulge the atrocity before us. It's not a pretty sight, hovering between 18-20 ms up the stairs here, and as we make a right, it turns into a vomit-inducing mess at 30. Yes, 30. Clearly something is wrong here. When you mod Skyrim, you have to run it from the desktop inside SteamVR, which seems to screw things up completely for Airlink. If anyone knows a fix for this, pretty please post it in the comments below, because I couldn't find one. So, what do we look for in a satisfying VR experience? That we get all the headshots we deserve? That enemies drop to the ground at the sound of our gun? This is Pavlov, by the way, pretty much Counter-Strike in VR. I trusted my gut on this one, my feeling. It felt the same on both Airlink and virtual desktop. So did this, by the way, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Perhaps the safety in numbers we should be looking for isn't milliseconds or frames that we never notice when not looking, but that the number of options is higher than one. That one app doesn't rule them all. Virtual desktop is $20 and Airlink is free. Maybe that's the decider. I hope not, because virtual desktop showed the way and Facebook followed. But if you're new to VR, new to Quest 2 and all its awesomeness, Airlink is still my suggestion, at least to begin with, because it's so easy and it works. Just flick a switch and go. Well, unless you want to mod Skyrim. Thank you very much for watching. Seb out.